we would like to focus more on the technical nuances of marketplace development.
You can spend lots of money on the development and then you realize that some of the data is just impossible to get frequently.
Great opportunity for you to make additional revenue. Hi everyone, today is the second podcast about the marketplaces, and on the first video we will talk about what is marketplaces and how they different from e-commerce. We learned what categories of marketplaces exist, and we discussed the main revenue models and their pros and cons. And on the today record, we would like to focus more on the technical nuances of marketplace development, and everything about what we will talk today will be based on our experience from real projects.
Yeah, that is very important. Everything that we will tell you about today is actually happened to us. It's actually happened on the real projects, and well, this is the real experience of the real entrepreneurs. In case it's possible, we will try to mention what exactly projects we are talking about. In case it's not, well, we must respect our customer privacy. So we will describe the situation. We will just not mention where it happened. But believe me, guys, these all are real. This all are someone paying. That thankfully was overcome, right? And well, this is something that you may get lessons from before you start your own, or in case you are right now in the middle, maybe it will get you some kind of the idea. So again, previous one, some kind of the theoretic lesson. Right now, let's go to the practical case and real experience that we have. So yeah, Oksana, go ahead.
So let's start from the end. But one of the most interesting things, money. Each marketplace have its own ways of making money. And we as developers, like not personally we,
our company who do digital products,
must handle the challenges of all money transactions that happens on the marketplace. Obviously, we don't try to make the bicycle again, and we're using some ready payment, some existing payment system for that aim, so such as PayPal, Stripe, Pyrex, specific for Switzerland market, for example, and other. Well, that information may be not interesting for you, but something you will be for sure interested, and probably that is something you have never think before, that some marketplaces have to implement escrow services. Escrow is a legal concept of financial instrument. So escrow money is held by a third party on behalf of two other parties that are in the process of completion of the transaction. So you as a marketplace have to be this third party who take money from other two party and keep it in ourselves.
So yeah, it's interesting for you because you can get some kind of the small commission, for holding this transaction. And I must describe a little bit one of our project, Visio.com. I very often mention it because this is the great project, and I'm very honored that our company developed this. Again, very shortly, what Visio doing? There are two types of users. One who is influencer. So, for example, they are the sportsman. The founder of the Visio itself, Adam Frank, he is one of the founder. He is the ninja warrior. So he has a lot of subscribers in Instagram, other social media, and people who wanted to ask them some kind of the question can go to the Visio and can ask that question there. And Adam have the technical ability to answer them through the video and making money on this, and also the marketplace making money on this. So again, Project Visio is about to help influencer sharing their experience with people who are interested in that experience. And obviously, this project held a lot of money transaction inside of everything. So the example that Oksana will tell you right now is based on these projects. Well, now very important. Almost every marketplace that we have developed have this service of escrow, but Visio, it's very interesting because it has lots of different type of transactions, a lot of different nudges to help users, do better job, encourage people to be more active, and so on and so on. So that's why this project is the most interesting, I believe, in terms of complication of transactions payment system. Moreover, project is worldwide, so not like the country of founders is Israel, but they are working worldwide, and because you have different countries, you have different laws, that makes things slightly more complicated. And yeah, Oksana, please tell what exactly I'm talking about.
Yeah, so you as a product, as a marketplace owner, have to guarantee that all the transactions that happened on your marketplace are happened properly. And then the people, you have to give money to the people that's supposed to receive them. And when the part of taking money from people using the existing system, like we mentioned at PayPal and Stripe, is an easy part, the part where you need to give money back to the people is already a little bit more complicated. So different payment systems have different rules in different countries. For example, it is a super easy case when you need to withdraw money to the user's account, to the user's PayPal account, yeah, if PayPal work in his country. But in the opposite, this task becomes super complex if user wants you to withdraw money to his bank account. So you as a marketplace owner have to know very well your target audience and think about all the legal aspects of this whole transaction. Also, you must be sure that they understand all consequences of taking money from you. And as well, you have to sign with them some type of the contract.
Yeah, because just think about this, like in case you pay users, technically they are making money, so most probably they need to pay the tax. Well, paying the taxes for users is not responsibility of the marketplace, but the good marketplace is supposed to give the information to the users that, you kind of have some kind of responsibility. And more worldwide marketplace is, more complex this task become, because, well, different rules, different countries, they have different rules. For example, as Oksana, for those of you who maybe is from United States, Australia, well-developed country, let's call it like this, you may be amazed like how people cannot use PayPal over there, but there are still countries like Ukraine, unfortunately, where PayPal doesn't work. Like you can pay through it, but you can get money through it, and this is already the technical challenges you need to solve. So continuing the theme of money, I can also tell you that working with the payment system is one thing. So they obviously have the APIs. Interesting part of working with their APIs and their documentation is sometimes they have documentation, but actually it does not work like it described there. Mm-hmm. So you need to contact support and do have all of this dance thing with their support to understand how it's supposed to work, which is obviously cost you time and money, and time is super important, mm-hmm, especially for the startups, right? But another thing that you may have challenges in your own system. Like, for example, again, with the Visio case, they have lots of things to pay on, but keep in mind that the main product is the digital product. Answer of some kind of influencer is basically the video. What's going to happen in case someone telling, I want my money back? Because technically, any country laws giving you ability to ask your money back within 14 days for the product, right? This is by the law. And can you do it for the video? Well, that's the big question, how mm-hmm. it's supposed to work, how system's supposed to react to this. I can't tell how it's solved on Visio, right? Not because I don't know, just because it's under NDA, right? That's too much for you guys. Go to the Visio and check it yourself, right? But still, this is the challenge, and you need to know what to do it. Mm-hmm. So that's not something impossible. You have lots of different transactions. You need to be sure that in case you pay money for the influencer, in this moment you just need to log database to be sure that in case when you do this process, that bulk payment to every influencer in the system, an influencer in the same time trying to spend his money because right now he don't want to be influencer, he want to be a user, mm-hmm. and he can spend money from the account, for example, right? So system, calculate it accurately. No additional money given, no wrong money given, and so on. And this is all the technical challenge. This is not something that is impossible to do. This is obviously possible and in some way simple things. But this is the moment when you wanted to have experienced developer doing such mm-hmm. kind of things instead of guy who just figured this out first time. And that's the challenge you actually facing with when you're working with the money.
Yeah, it's very interesting case, and yeah, money is one of the most important thing in your platform. It is something where you
Well,
get
this is the blood of every business, obviously.
yeah, yeah. So very good when you have developers who have experience in it. So another cool case which we have came from Canada, and this marketplace is about to launch, so we can't disclose what it is about. But
At least the name, we can
yeah.
tell the name.
But I'm sure that it will shake the market. So the only thing we can tell right now it is that it's made for real estate industry. And technical challenge which we have solved in this product, that in real estate industry and actually in any industry with which you are working, you need to have the most up-to-date data. And it sounds a little bit silly, right? But tasks become more complicated when you understand that you have different data resources and you have to get the data from these different type of the resources. Now you have to think about how to synchronize all this data. And tasks becoming even more complicated when you understand that in order to that all these different sources, some of them don't have a proper API or it doesn't exist at all. How
Yeah.
you have to get this data? How the process look like?
By the way, guys, I believe we need to explain the term, what does mean API. So API is acronyms that mean application program interface. That's something that allow programs to talk to each other. So when one service have the API, it's much more easier to get data from it. Usually it can be open, it can be paid, different variety. But when service have the API, usually you can get data easy from it. And some of the service which we use on that project do not have API at all. So we need to scrape the data. It's legally, but still that's technically challenging. And what is important for this particular project, like they are like data company, they are technology company, and in case they not do they don't do update their data in time, well, they're out of business. And this is super important, like that thing that Oksana just told you about, that was super important, to be everything on time, to be everything synchronized, and also be in the one format, because different services where you can get information from hold that information in different formats. You know, it's easy. You can have something in Word and something else in Microsoft Word and something else in Microsoft Excel, and you need to merge it together in order to be it understandable and clear for usage. But machine's supposed to do it. You need to program the machine to know it in the good way, and that's some kind of the challenge. That's some kind of the problem which we as the developer are supposed to solve.
Yeah, we have to create the architecture which will constantly ping each different data resource, then proceed data and get it back to the users of the marketplace in order they to have the most up-to-date data. In itself, it don't seems very complicated, but as you tell, when we start to work with it, we face a common problem, human factor. So you have to communicate with the people who deliver these sources, this data to you, who develop this project, and you have to coordinate and communicate with them. And in order to keep everything synchronized, and not always it is as easy because you work with people with different countries, they have different processes, they have different approach, and sometimes they may have people who don't know how to speak English. So, and you have to think about that this process, when you need to get some data from some API or from some company, it may take a time. And you, because you're writing to their support, you're waiting for a few days when they will reply you, then you set up a call with engineers, and it's all very long-lasting process. So you have to think about it at the beginning, where you will take your data, how it will work, with which company you have to connect to. So, and
just double the time which you expect to spend to this. Well, I understand that this example that we just told you about can be kind of blurred, because we can talk about what specific data we are talking about and services and so on. But this is not the trying to scare someone. This is about understanding that well, remember last time, in case you listen to our previous podcast, I told that marketplace is the cool stuff because you don't owe nothing. You basically have no responsibility, but the only thing that you really need to know is your market. And lots of nowadays marketplaces who are launched, they are based on really good and deep knowledge of the market. But knowledge of the market and bringing value to the people through the marketplace is also about the data. And we told you this story just to make you understand that, this is the deep task that you really need to think about even before you start to develop. Is it possible at all? Because you can spend lots of money on the development and then you realize that some of the data is just impossible to get frequently. Technically, I mean, like it's technically impossible to get them, and that's it. And you're done. So just think about that kind of stuff before you go.
Okay, so the next case which I want to discuss, so one of the very cool but not all obvious features when we develop the marketplace is the product placement. We have few marketplaces where we have integrated this feature, so marketplace is a free world for everyone who wants to purchase, promote their products and goods. And when your marketplace are working for some long time, they already have its own superstars, like the vendors who are always in the top of the search list, and it's very hard for the new vendors or for the small one to really start making business on that marketplace. So you as a marketplace have to give this vendors the ability to get a little of attention from users. So, and this is actually a great opportunity for you to make additional revenue and allow all your users to make the business properly. So we have a few projects where we integrated such things that marketplace take additional money for placement listing in the top of the search list for some appropriate amount of time. Technically, it's not a complicated task, but you still have to have some mechanism in place which will track like how you do this, what process are when you decline these listings, and it still have to give value for the users, because if like in order not such situation happen that everybody buy listings, and you can't be attractive on the marketplace until you will buy paid listings, So it have to be very balanced process. Yes,
you know that meme with Thanos and the knife, right? So there are another interesting case here that you have like big marketplaces, those who already got it. They already happy. They launched. They making money. They got it. Yeah, they got it. Because they have a lot of vendors, they need to manage them somehow. So one thing, as you told, you need to give the equal rule to old one and new one. My interesting case that you also may show to the user. So you track user activity and you may show them items, you may show them products from the same category, but from the different vendor, and that different vendor may pay for this. So this is actually the good revenue opportunity for the people on the marketplace and for the marketplace itself. So one, they got the position and they can, in case they have the better price, better product, they are showed near the competitors. And they win the place. They win the brand awareness, let's call it this, right? But in the same time, marketplace giving that service to the vendor can make some money. So it is not just subscription revenue model or commission-based revenue model. It's also service-based revenue model, and making the right functionality and thinking about this can give opportunity to the marketplace to make some more money. And this is interesting because based on the user activity, but again, you need to be like big enough, right? Based on the user activity, you can sell to the vendor lots of things, as long as it's also give profit to those vendors, right? And for example, we have the great project called Snapshot, which Oksana right now actually will tell you about. Like this is the project where those kind of features and nudges are used all over the marketplace.
Yeah, so firstly, Snapshot started as a platform which offers deep discounts for the wide range of products from Amazon merchants in exchange to users' reviews. So, how it works? Sellers are ready to lose some part of their money for the purchasing of these products to get a better ranking on their listings, and because of that, like they make for people make reviews and they give them this discount for that. So buyers get just a crazy discount for the product, and you based on what buyer's review leave, he can leave like regular comment, he can leave video shots like video review, and he can make like beautiful lifestyle photo with this product. And based on the type of review, like the better customer will make the review, the better discount he will get.
Yeah, but by the way, sorry, I'm sorry for interrupting, but by the way, we are talking about reviews on Amazon. So there are and the cool stuff about this project, this is the marketplace for promoting things on another marketplace. So yeah, again, just think about how it's deep in our life. So yeah, sorry, Oksana, please continue.
Yeah, and but by the way, it is not only reviews on the Amazon. So for example, it is when we talk about regular comments, yes, it can be on Amazon, but with this, we have to be very careful because Amazon can make can be mad on some actions. So, but for example, these live videos and lifestyle photos they can use in their vendors, then use in their promotion campaign. So, for example, in emails or in other social media, so they use it as a marketing material. So they get discounts to buyers, and they get like marketing materials, reviews, ratings on Amazon. So there are many different models. So and by the way, sometimes people even get products for free. Like it is like 100% discount. So it is very good for both sides, for sellers and for buyers. And Snapshot
for marketplace, by the way, as well, because they promote themselves. Don't think that they just pay money.
Yeah, and the other interesting part of the system that Snapshot, it was the beginning, and then product owner noticed that the market of Amazon merchant are huge. And everyone wants to drive their sales and to sell more. So they decided to focus on the merchant, like, and deliver for them the other system, like, which will be fully focused on the merchant and will help them to drive their sales. So they developed the system called MassView, where they implement different models, like they actually teaching merchants have to sell their products and give them different automation tools for that. So for example, they propose automatic Facebook chatbot, which get access to the millions of Facebook shoppers and propose them, for example, some coupons for discount. In exchange, they will try this product. Also, they have like automated emails. They have optimized SEO optimization for Amazon. They have Chrome extension to make life of the sellers easier, and they propose keyword research. For example, when you selling, I don't know, like iPhone charger, you can use different keywords to describe your product, and some keywords allow you to be higher in the search list and some lower. So they propose this different type of the analytics in order to drive your sales. And most interesting and also interesting things, how this product owner gets to all of this stuff. He by himself was Amazon seller before. He sell product on Amazon. He understood like how everything worked.
And then he understood how to promote it.
Yeah, so he understand his market. He understand target audience because he was this target audience, and he know what sellers looking for, and he just create the system which provide them that.
So that's again that this is another big emphasizing that you need to understand how market work very, very perfectly. I'm really very proud and very honored that we are developing this project right now. I must say hello to Paul because he's really the bright person. I'm very honored to work with. And this idea, I mean, if you think about this is very complicated technical stuff. I mean, they are not complicated in the sense how to develop it, but just come to this. I mean, this is genius. I mean, this is the real genius idea. I believe that every founder of marketplace that we work with, well, actually not only marketplace, every project, those people have both. even in case they're women, you know, they have balls, because you need to find this idea, and you need to struggle all of that way until it will become successful. You know, here in Southern Node, before you get yes, you know, making the pivots and other stuff before you get some kind of the success. Another cool case that maybe the last for today, and just in case, guys, we can talk about this like the whole day. I mean, you would never listen it so long, right? Hopefully you're still with us here. So the last case for today, interesting thing that happening on the marketplace is the security and security, not in the sense, you know, user data and all that. This is very obvious thing that must be in place, and that's it. That's important, and I believe this is too obvious, right, to talk about. I mean about security of the business logic, and I have two great cases. One of them is from our marketplace in the real estate from Switzerland, and they have this cool referral system. I mean, lots of marketplaces have referral system, but what do you need to know about referral system? How does it work? Usually you share some information about this marketplace or whatever with your friend, and you and your friend get some benefit out of it. Mm-hmm. Now, you need to build the referral system in the way that you can't just share it with the people who don't exist and then somehow get the benefits, like money, for example, and then just, you know, making money on the referral system without bringing real value to the marketplace or to the users of marketplace, right? That's just kind of impossible. And you always need to think about how to make it in the way that that business-wise, that system either cannot be cheated at all, or are so extremely complicated to cheat that they're not going to do this. Mm-hmm. So this is like referral system bonus is one thing that you need. I mean, and it's not universal. I mean, in case you have the like money marketplace or something, that's like usually you give people money. I mean, the good example that we unfortunately didn't work with, but this is a really great example. The PayPal, when they just started, they given $10 to subscribe, and I believe also $10 in case you share with your friend. Mm-hmm. So they basically pay money to get it in. So you technically could suppose, you could create 1,000 accounts and then make, $10,000 out of it, right? I mean, yes, $10,000, $10, yeah, right math. Another cool example about the security, we work with the startup called Nestler.com.au. So this is the marketplace developed from Australia. The idea of the marketplace was that you can leave review about the property managers. There were three types of user: tenant, property manager, and landlord. And in Australia, you cannot rent the house or the flat room in case you don't work with the property managers. It's work like there by the law and business-wise. So the whole idea of marketplace was about that those two other users, like landlord and tenant, they can leave review about the property manager. But property managers, they are usually working in the companies, like they are not freelancers. Mm-hmm. And companies usually have enough resources to buy good feedbacks. I mean, I'm not telling every company doing that. I'm telling that they have this resource to do this. They can do this. But, in case someone can do this, they most probably will do this. And when they develop this marketplace, they develop very complicated business logic that was so hard to implement. So, for example, you're supposed to leave the review to the property manager. Then this review had 14 days of waiting period until it will be checked by the landlord. So, for example, in case review was bad, for example, landlord leave review to the property manager can see the review, he can see this is the bad one, and he have 14 days before it will be public to connect the landlord and ask, whoa, man, can you can I change something in my work to make it review better? So in the end of the day, this marketplace used to encourage property managers to do their work better in order to get the good review. So idea was not just, okay, if your work sucks, I will tell everyone about that. No, the idea was, if your work sucks, I will tell about it to you first, to give you a chance to fix it, and only after that I will tell it to everyone. Mm-hmm. And after that, there also was the moderation inside of the marketplace who could just really call that real person and clarify is it fake or not, randomly, obviously, because you can't call everyone. And this system of of checking that review was so complicated that in case company even would try to cheat and write the good reviews for their property managers, that would cost them amazing expensive money. And that worked. And well, the review was real. It was real, and that's the cool. This is the cool part when the owner of marketplaces knowing their industry again, and bringing the real value to the market and changing that market.
But I know that on this project was also some legal problem with.
Yeah. Unfortunate, Oksana, you're not supposed to tell about that, right? Well, this is not the topic of today. But yeah, unfortunately, this project didn't succeed because of the law problem. In the end of the day, that was the situation happened that there was illegal to leave review for the tenant because tenant is not the it's a physical person, and you can't just leave a review about physical person.
It is by law of Australia?
Yeah, it is by law in Australia. So, and those guys didn't, by the way, they didn't give up, by the way. They make the really big pivot, and currently we are working on the, to resurrect this marketplace in some different way to be it fully legal and still changing the market. So as I told before, again, people who doing this type of business, they have balls and they have really good knowledge in their areas. I mean, really good knowledge. You can't just, first time seeing how something happen and then let's do the marketplace and it. I mean, you need to be the taxi driver to find an Uber. I don't know who found the Uber, to be honest, but I mean, you need to understand how does it work. And again, through my life, we work with more than 20 marketplaces, I believe. We have the great marketplace again from Canada. It's called Second Plate. The idea is about you created the meal plan for you for the whole week from different restaurants, and then you get in certain meal in certain time, and you don't need to order food every day. You just know that. Usually people, before COVID at least, usually people was at offices, and usually they know that during their 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. when they want to eat, they will be at the office. I mean, almost every day. Like that doesn't change through the years. So they can order the food months upfront, and from some kind of the restaurants, and the delivery guy will be there with that food every day. So you do it once and you don't care about it anymore. And this is cool marketplace in the way because this creating the value for the restaurants. They, and that's before COVID time, delivery thing before the COVID time. And this project was super cool because we developed the part for the users, so you can order. We developed the part for the restaurants, so restaurants can add their products and meals there, and they supposed to update it. We developed super cool logic, which is already third part, mobile applications for the delivery guys, because just think about this. I really remember this case very well. In case you order soup from one restaurant, salad from another restaurant, and potato from the third one, and that's it. You cannot order food more from the three restaurants at one time. Logic of the system send delivery guy to the soup as the last one, because soup usually supposed to get hot to you. So the logic was not based on how long it's taken, but based on you get the most freshest and hot food. And that was lots of cool stuff there, and and that's everything happened before Glovo was popular, and before COVID happened, when delivery just rise top very well. And this is all cool things. I mean, people who work with this, they really come with very genius idea. Genius idea is not enough. I mean, you need to have much more. You need to have much more. You need to have money. You need to allocate lots of time, lots of passion. It may not work from the first time, most probably it will not. But in case you are mature enough, in case
ready to fight.
Ready to fight. I have the scene in my head from Rocky Balboa, just right now. Yeah, in case you are ready to fight, you will succeed. And this time I tell that we build these things a lot of times. And in case you have the idea, come to us, and we at least will consult you. I'm not telling buy from us, but we at least can give you lots of our experience to help you to be succeeded.
Yeah, so we will leave the link below.
To everything that we mentioned in this record, and everything that we didn't mention too.
Yeah, and also we will give a link to set up a consultation with us in case you need some additional information and you just want to talk. We are always open to this, so just find the link below.
Yeah, and by the way, we have the great relation with everyone with whom we work. So in case you need their consultation as the, don't hesitate to ask us. We can ask them for you. Yes.
Okay, so thank you guys for the today video. It was pleasure that you are with us for such a long time.
Yes. So, the last thing let me finish, okay? So I must tell you that everything we just told you about, these all are kind of complicated things. We didn't tell you this to make you scared. No, we actually wanted to encourage you. I mean, every long road starts with the first step. I'm kind of philosophy right now, right? But this all possible. And we know plenty of great and bright people who done it. And in case you're one of them and you're just in the beginning, well, make the first step. Thank you for today, guys. Bye.